Mickey's, yes, the Mickey's Cruise Line. Yep. For the football players to run through. Okay, then you stay right behind me. Okay, because we just got here. Sure, here.
Yeah, they have more banners over there for seniors than they have for players who are actually sitting out. I only counted 9 guys wearing full uniforms. Somebody said they counted 8. Yeah. I heard they pulled one guy out of class Wednesday. Really? Please play Friday. Please play. Because they were down to 8 guys. It's the big guy, number 89. Oh, really? Yeah. So.
Hey, Scott, can you show how to speak?
Oh. It goes left to right. Yeah, you got to score. I mean, you got to get up to 4 or 5 touchdowns. You got to win the whole half. That's what it means. Yeah, that's the thing. That is now Don't worry about that. They're both
For the coin toss, we have the visiting Trojans captains, Bodie Boydston, Harry Nunez, Jacob Colby, Holden Caldwell. For the Bronx, Zach Snodgrass, Maddox Myers, Jack Arthur, Aizen Lascano.
Hi, gorgeous daughter.
Bronx won the toss and are ready to
That is true. This is more expensive than my home. That's debatable. Never mind.
We're going with this one.
Yeah.
This
I'll go
one's
side
hooked up in case we have to quickly switch.
I'll put this way then. Sure. I'll turn to the left. It's not really in that area.
I start talking to kickoff. I was lazy and didn't do emphasis on this game like I did last week.
Here come the Bronx!
And that's very few of them. And they're very few of them. And I have a tip from K out to make me sound smart.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to OBA Trojans football. Another beautiful Friday night. I don't know how clear our picture is, to be honest. I've never actually watched our own stream of a football game, but the view right now is spectacular. The sun setting behind the Kremlin bleachers, Kremlin High School in the background there. Sun is setting, beautiful sky, beautiful setting for some high school football here on the Southern Plains. Kremlin, Oklahoma is where we're at, home of the Kremlin Hillsdale Broncos, as the #1 ranked and undefeated OBA Trojans ride into town on a high after a big win last week over the team that was predicted to win the district, Garber. OBA went into that game with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and wanted to send a message that perhaps they should have been chosen a little higher than 5th in the district. As the Trojans come onto the field, you'll probably see them stream across the front of your screen now. Like I said, it's a lovely night to be at a ball game here at OBA. The camera setup situation here is a little bit different than we've had anywhere else, so your angle there at home is going to be a little bit lower than traditionally what we've had. The bleachers on our side of the field aren't very high, so you'll probably see some foot traffic in the foreground, and as you just may have heard, you might hear some other voices other than mine, as people just are kind of all around us here at Kremlin. So as we prepare for kickoff, we might be a little slower on the call of player names and things like that, because like I said, our view here is obstructed a little bit. So we're underway. Harry Nunez with the kickoff, received at the 5-yard line, and here come the Broncs. And that's Corbin Burrow, makes the tackle right just outside the 20-yard line, about the 22, 23-yard line. Corbin Burrow makes a stop. It'll be first down, Kremlin Hillsdale, for their first possession of the game. As the Trojan defense been pretty stingy this year, giving up just under 20 points a game. And they'll look to send a message early here against Kremlin Hillsdale. So the handoff brought down in the backfield. Looks like that's Bodie Boyston, the first in on the play there.
This might get a little interesting, Coach, with the players on the sidelines.
Right. Our camera angle is slightly higher than where we're standing from our point of view. We're on ground level, directly behind the players that you see on your screen, and so we've got a little bit lower level. There'll be a handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be a tackle for loss. Coach, I have no idea who's in on that play. We're going to have to lean hard on the PA announcer tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So you're going to be hearing names well after the play is concluded, I think, this evening.
In fact, I just had a bright idea, Coach.
Yeah.
I might watch since the camera has a higher angle than us, I might watch the screen.
Yeah.
You know, like when you go to a game at Jerry World.
Yeah.
And you watch the screen
you end up watching the giant
instead
big screen.
of
Yeah. So third down for Kremlin, 3rd and long. Looks to be about 3rd and 15. So traditionally this season, the OBA Trojans have not been afraid to roll the dice and blitz on a 3rd and long. So there's the snap, roll out by the quarterback. Fake handoff immediately gobbled up by Boydson in the backfield. Down at about the 10-yard line. 3rd and long, Boydson was not fooled by the play action, and he was all over the screen. Looks like we've lost audio, or lost the video here for a second. One of the problems here is that our setup here is our gear is within a range of foot traffic, and we had a young man trip over a cord and unplug our camera there for a second. So sorry about that. There's the punt. Cheatham fields it on the hop, and he's off and running. 30, 20, 15, big hit at the 15. Down to the 11-yard line is Judd Cheatham. And immediately your top-ranked Trojans are going to start in, I can't even say good field position, way better field position than good. So probably great field position would be what we're going to go with, because first down at the 12-yard line for the OBA Trojans. So a very short field on their first offensive possession for OBA. So Boydston and the Trojan offense take the field. Got Harry Nunez wide to the near side. Boydston rolls to his left, cuts it up inside the tackle, and in the end zone, first play from scrimmage, the Trojans score, 12-yard run, Bodie Boydston.
I think if we'd have said he could have walked into the end zone, that would have been a major understatement.
Yeah, just by looking at that, we probably could have even told the other team, hey, we're running this way, and he might have still been able to make it.
Untouched.
So, yeah, untouched into the end zone. So, first time this year, the Trojans are kicking an extra point. Cheatham to hold, Nunez to kick, up. Not just good, really good. That would have been good from 40.
That's what I like to see. Give Harry some experience kicking those extra points.
Yeah.
We've gone for 2.
Yeah, just about every possession this year.
Every time, I think.
So Harry kicked quite a few extra points last year. But we haven't done that once this season. It looks like Harry took out all of his kicking on that one kick, because he kicked that thing a mile.
He did.
He's been saving up some leg strength, it looks like, since he didn't get to kick last season. So the Trojan defense will be back on the field rather quickly. 9:33 to go here in the first quarter, and it's already OBA 7, Kremlin 0. Harry Nunez lining up to kick off again. Already this year, already in this game, I mean, we're seeing some younger players getting action early. We got Andrew Campbell in there on special teams, and looks like Ezra Reese is in there on special teams. So we're seeing some guys who aren't usually in this early in the game. Coach Kayot's going to get some minutes for them early on. So the kickoff's there. Ian Easton's down there in coverage. Corbin Burrell again with great special teams coverage on the far side of the field. The kick returner had 2 choices. He could test Ian or he could test Corbin, and he chose to test Corbin Burrell. And for the second consecutive kickoff, Corbin makes the tackle.
Maybe he'll test Ian next time.
Yeah, he might. He might have second. Okay, 0 for 2 going to my right. Maybe I'll go left this time. As I said earlier, just a beautiful evening here at Kremlin Hillsdale as the sun sets behind the Kremlin bleachers.
Wrong start, first and 10 for their own 15-yard line.
Option play to the near side. Quarterback keeper. He's tripped up and brought down. That's Holden Caldwell with the tackle. Quarterback was just a little bit unsure of what to do, whether he should keep it or pitch it, and that indecision cost him as Holden Caldwell ends the play right away.
It's like about a 2-yard gain on that play.
Right. So 2nd and 8. As the Kremlin Hillsdale offense heads up to the line. Option to the far side of the field this time. Carried by Snodgrass from Kremlin Hillsdale. Forced out of bounds there by the far side of the Trojan defense. Harry Nunez over there. Harrison Crow over there. That one's going to be about a 4-yard loss. So after a short gain on first down, negative yardage on the second play. So 3rd down, about 11 and a half to go. So 3rd and 11. Going to be a pass play. Immediately Burrell's around the end. Quarterback sack. Corbin Burrell untouched. We're using that phrase a lot tonight.
We are.
Corbin Burrell came from the defensive end position here on the near side.
It's like maybe 6-yard line.
Yeah, just untouched.
Oh, sorry, Coach. I had one too, so.
So back into punt position for Kremlin. Another short punt. It's going to be great field position for OBA yet again. Even with a Bronco roll, it's going to be inside the 40 where the Trojans will start their second drive of the game. And you can see Coach K and his staff already trying to mix players into the lineup there at the last second on special teams. You saw Ezra Reese kind of sprinting onto the field. So it's a good test of young players just being in good communication with the coaches, knowing when to head out there. And so it's a good learning opportunity for some of these younger kids to get experience tonight.
Especially with the how much OBA relies on juniors and seniors. Give some of these younger guys in a game like this some field time and work them in and get some experience.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a little shovel pass there to Judd Cheatham on the near sideline. He gains first down, so 2 plays from scrimmage, and the Trojans have a touchdown and a first down. That was about a 20-yard gain for the Trojan offense. Judd Cheatham, just a easy little shovel pass, nothing too risky, no big gambles here for the OBA offense early on. Ian Easton in the backfield with Boydston. Snap to Bodie. Another short pass. This one to Harry Nunez, cuts inside, now headed outside towards the sideline. Still going, fighting through tackles, still going. The ball's on the ground, though. Recovered by Kremlin. A little lack of ball security there from Harry Nunez. Ball comes loose. We haven't seen a lot of turnover issues from this OBA offense. They don't turn the ball over very much. There's been, all season long, there's been just a handful of interceptions from Boydston, just a handful of fumbles. The last fumble I can remember was in game 2, I think. Ian Easton had a fumble. That's the last one I can remember. And luckily, in that instance, the defense firmed up and stopped him, and I think Ian ended up scoring a touchdown on the next drive. So maybe the Trojans can respond that way again here tonight. Handoff to the far side of the field. It's going to be a positive yardage run, not a whole lot of positive yardage, but and that shows how much I know, because from my angle it looked like he ran for a really long time and he lost a yard. So, or now he's lost 2 yards. So he's lost a yard in the moment since they ran the play. So 2nd and 12. So I sorry folks, I apologize before the game start for any missed calls, but that might be our first glaring one right there. The depth perception on the far side of the field from where we're situated is not the greatest. So 2nd and 12. Trojan defense has been really stiff here tonight. Handoff up the middle is going to be for no gain. So far, 3 defensive possessions, and I don't have official stats here, but I think Kremlin is averaging negative yardage per possession right now. Their first 2 possessions both ended in negative yardage, and this one is now at 3rd and 12. So,
yeah, in fact, honestly, I can only think of one positive yardage play when they had that 2nd and 8, last possession.
Yeah. So 3rd and 12. See what Kremlin pulls out of the playbook here as the Trojan defense wants to hold firm here. So now the quarterback moves up from the shotgun and gets under center, man in motion from far side to near side. He's going to fake the handoff and roll out. Once again, they don't. Corbin Burrell's having a career night. He's making every tackle, it seems like. Once again, he shoots in. I think he kind of chipped a block, but not by much. But that's going to make it 4th and 18 or 19 probably. So the punt team is on the field. You
Number
see
16,
McGuire Arnold hustling in there. So like we said earlier, we're gonna sub in a bunch of younger guys here in this one. It looks like, which, like you said earlier, Coach, it's great experience because we usually are pretty reliant. Oh, that's blocked into the
by
end zone.
McGuire.
No signal from the official yet. Safety out the back of the end zone. McGuire Arnold just into the game for the first time tonight. Pushed his man. I couldn't tell if McGuire blocked it or he kicked it into the back of the man blocking McGuire.
I think McGuire pushed his blocker into the punt.
Either way, great play from sophomore McGuire Arnold. Going to get a sticker on the helmet for that one, so 2 points OBA.
Corbin was being maybe a little too successful to stay in the game, and then McGuire comes in. And
they throw McGuire in there for Corbin Burrell, and maybe it's something to do with that position, but both guys who have played it have found success so far here tonight.
There's a obvious size difference, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, when it looked like Kremlin has 9 players out for football and 8-man football.
Yeah.
And so you're forced to play some smaller guys, but
they have 9 guys suited up. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 guys over there in jeans wearing jerseys. So evidently they've had the injury bug hit them pretty hard this year. They have a couple of guys that are good size, but
96 is
he's a big old young man. But you have one guy that's 6'3" or 6'4", and you look over here at the OBA bench and see 3 or 4 guys, and then you have guys that are just slightly shorter than that. So it's a big difference. And really, this is the first time, probably in my entire time at OBA, where you look at both benches and you actually think, wow, we've got more players than they do. Kickoff goes to Cheatham, and he's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. He gets through the first hole and runs by the entire Kremlin special teams unit, virtually untouched. One cut, and it wasn't quite a straight line run, but he made one cut, and then he was gone. So just as much as size is a factor, speed is also a factor. So Judd Cheatham will be the holder. Once again, OBA will be doing the kickoff. I'm just now noticing that our long snapper is our quarterback. So Bodie Boyston is the long snapper, and I'm now learning the reason why perhaps we don't kick extra points too much.
Yes, it's starting to dawn onto us.
Yeah, that we don't want to put our quarterback at risk most of the time. And so the extra point is good from Nunez. So the fumble turnover actually turns into more points for OBA. So instead of 7 points, safety gets them 2, and then they get the 7 points. So if you can find a positive in a turnover, I guess that's what you do. You find the silver lining and roll with it. So 16-0, OBA leads. 4:19 to go here in the first quarter.
The way the wind's been the past few days, I was a little concerned about tonight, but this is an absolutely gorgeous evening.
It seems a little eerie and odd that there is no wind, because every game we've played has been windy, really windy. The last game against Garber, there was a stiff wind. Even when we went down to Southwest Covenant, the wind was blowing hard in one direction, and so this is a pleasant change of pace. So there's the kickoff. Fielded, low kickoff, fielded right on the 30. The special teams player was on the ground when he caught it, and so the ball spotted immediately down. That was number 8 freshman Quentin Baker.
So Ross will start their own 30-yard line.
Every team does it different, but looking at their some lists all the seniors first, and then juniors, sophomores on down the line to freshmen. Some list theirs numerically, which in doing what we're doing here tonight, Coach, numerically is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because you can find a number really quick. So another run play from the Broncos. Another tackle for loss for the Trojans. Ian Easton gets into the backfield almost right away. Andrew Campbell getting rotating in there on defense. Liam Barry is in at cornerback on the far side of the field.
And this is one thing, talking about rotating the younger guys in. A lot of times the second string defensive backs are the last ones that coaches put in the blowout type situation, but I'm glad to see that some of those younger defensive backs get some experience.
Yep. Another run play, far side of the field, kind of a rollout, not really an option, kind of a pitch out.
Liam Berry
over there patrolling the far side of the field, and Judah Reese rolling into the game now. I think this is his first varsity action, despite a lot of the blowouts we've had. So
I do believe
he's been out a lot of the season with injuries, and so exciting to see that young man out on the field. Judah's a freshman. And you can see some of the older players already kind of coaching him up. Corbin Burrell's coaching him up right there.
We are watching his very first high school football
snap
experience.
Right. So here come the Broncos, 3rd and 11. Trojan defense makes their read based on what they're seeing. And we've got a whistle there, not sure.
Looks like maybe a false start. Oh,
delay of game. All right, our play clock ran out. And that's one thing I don't really see is a play clock that's visible. So this might be one of those places where the official has to keep it himself and is calling out a number to the quarterback every 5 seconds or so. I'm not really sure.
That's honestly the first time I've thought to even look tonight.
Right. It's just something you take for granted now. So now it's 3rd and 16. So they're going to hand it off. Trojan defense is there immediately. Thomas Campbell making a nice play defensively there from his defensive line position. Gets into the gap, gets his hands on the runner, and doesn't let him get away. Nice play from Thomas Campbell.
It's like McGuire Arnold's coming back in.
So officially at this point in his career, McGuire Arnold is the punt blocking specialist for OBA, and so he's back in there. We're going to go ahead and give him that title since by percentages he's earned it. He's blocked a punt 100% of special teams plays he's been on. So there's the snap, and the kick is away, so he's no longer the punt blocking specialist. Trojans aren't even putting a receiver back.
No, we did not put anyone back.
They're just going to let the punt die where it dies.
Offensively, it looks like our first group is going back out there. Jackson, Harry, Nick, Bodie, Judd, Jake.
I think probably offensively I would expect to see some subs maybe second quarter.
Yeah.
Minute 36 left here in the first quarter. As the sun is now kind of down, but the temperature hasn't really dropped that much. It's a gorgeous evening. So Boyson brings the offense to the line. He's going to drop back to pass downfield for the first time, looking over the top. Caleb Mendoza just overthrown. When I say just, I mean inches. What breeze there is, which is gusty, would be the only way to describe it. And even when there are gusts, it can't be more than 10 miles an hour, which is nothing here. So we can't blame the wind on that one. Bodie just overshot it just slightly. So 2nd and 10. First play from scrimmage that didn't result in positive yardage for OBA. 2nd and 10. Boydson, Jake Colby at tight end. Looks like Cheatham in the backfield. Going to pass again. Looking for Mendoza again. Same play, I think. Looks for Caleb again. The exact same result.
Wonder if the 3rd down play will be the same post route.
I'm wondering if
I'm sensing a pattern.
I'm wondering if Coach Chaos is just like, we're running this play till it works. We'll see what happens here. 3rd and 10 for the Trojans, and the way the defense has been playing, pretty much guaranteed this is a 4-down situation anyway. They're not going to punt. So Boydson in the backfield. You got Mendoza and Colby on the near side. Again, pass going to be an out route to Colby. He pulls it in. Makes a move, makes a man miss. First down and then some. Still going. Forced out of bounds at about the 38, 39-yard line.
Great two-handed reach above his head. Yeah. Pulls it in.
Fully extends. Oh, they marked him out way earlier than I thought he went out. Again, apologize for that. Just a bad perspective from where we're standing.
Going back to the previous 2 plays, Caleb Mendoza going deep. He caught the touchdown pass that ended the game last week.
Yep.
And, our Boydston's primary target's always Nunez. And,
Boyston goes deep again. Harry Nunez hauls it in over the shoulder, tiptoes the sideline. Touchdown, Trojans. I'm seeing no signal from anybody, though.
Oh, he must have stepped out of bounds.
The tiptoe was unsuccessful. Still a large gain for OBA. Nice haul in there from Harry Nunez. Caught it over his shoulder on the fingertips. We could see him kind of tiptoeing along the sideline, obviously putting forth effort to stay in bounds, but evidently a toe got over the line there. Marked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans. First down would be at the 8. Boyston back under center. This drive has been all passes. There's the first handoff of the drive to Cheatham. He's still grinding, still going. It's going to be positive yardage.
Great example of a running back never letting their feet stop.
Right. So about a 4-yard gain there for Judd Cheatham.
I was starting to wonder if he might break free there for a moment.
Yeah, Judd's definitely a guy you better wrap up because he's not going to stop turning his legs. He's going to go score. So Trojans huddle up, being really deliberate, not trying to do any kind of hurry up or anything here tonight. Bodie Boyston in the backfield. You got Cheatham to his left. Mendoza at the tight end on the near side. Bodie Boyston looking to the left, looking for Colby in the end zone. He goes up and gets it. Touchdown, OBA.
18 seconds left in the first quarter.
So OBA goes up 22-0.
And in 18 seconds, we're going to have a significantly diminished view, Coach.
Yeah. So they're going to line up and kick another one here for Nunez. I detect that's going to be the pattern for the night. We're probably going to see a lot of 2-point conversions. The ball short helps Cheatham on the way back there, but he's able to gather it in. Great job. We don't get to see Judd's holding skills very often, but really good job if he ever has to be a holder, because he scooped that up like he does during baseball season and got it down so Harry could kick it through. So,
and Nunez is batting 100 from there this year so far.
He's got his average is perfect so far on.
Not very many kickers this late in the season can say they're 100%.
Unmissed. There are no misses. So we'll have the Trojans kick off. And then, like Coach Hofen said a moment ago, in the second quarter, our view of the offense is we're going to be pretty reliant on our very tiny little screen here that's connected to the camera to see what's going on the far side of the field, especially if they are headed towards the south end zone and then the play runs to the west, which is the far sideline. Andrew Campbell kicking off for OBA, not Harry Nunez. He does a pooch kick. The ball's on the ground. There's a scramble for it. Looks like Kremlin was able to cover it up. Andrew Campbell getting some minutes at the kicker position. So Coach Kayot is shuffling the lineup card at just about every position at some point here in the first half. Several Trojan subs in there on defense. We've got Andrew Campbell's in there at safety.
Number 20, Lucas Olson.
Lucas Olson is in there. Yeah, we sure do.
Thomas Campbell.
Ian Ash is in here at the near side cornerback. So a lot of younger guys getting some valuable varsity experience here
Ian
tonight.
Burnett, number 70.
So here comes the Kremlin offense. Corbin Burrow once again in the backfield, but the pass is completed. Number 2, he shucks off Snodgrass for the reception. He gets around the end of the Trojan defense and all the way to the end zone. Makes a man miss, and he's gone. And you know what? That's a teaching tool for Coach Kayot and the staff. You've got to take a good angle, or they're going to make you look bad. And not one but 2 Trojan defenders took a bad angle and ended up chasing from straight behind. If we chase from an angle, we can close that gap better.
There's a reason why the starting secondary on the defense are the last ones to get pulled. They're
Right.
the last people to save from a touchdown.
Yep.
Bronx going for 2.
So 2-point conversion attempt here from Kremlin. Roll out to the right. Nowhere to go, and it's going to be a
Ezra.
sack there.
Flyers form.
Ezra Reese on that.
Ezra Reese gets in there from the defensive end position, makes the tackle.
Score.
As we wrap up the first quarter,
Hillsdale Bronx 6.
it's OBA 23, Kremlin Hillsdale 6.
Reese on that stop.
We'll take a quick break here at OBATrojans.tv.
App. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
All right, we're back here. Kremlin Hillsdale High School. Kremlin's first kickoff of the game is a onside kick, recovered immediately by McGuire Arnold. Good job there from the sophomore. Gets down on the ball.
Junior.
Oh, you're right, he's a junior.
So he,
Recovery. So the Trojans start
with graduating some seniors, he might be called on next
We're going to
year.
need some minutes from him for sure next year. I'm just reading body language here, and I'm watching a couple of our seniors over here on the sideline, and head was looking at coach, and his head was shaking, and he's not happy that Kremlin's on the board, and will not name names. So let's see how the Trojan offense responds after giving up 6 points. Judd Cheatham on the wheel route. Boyston's looking for it all in one play. It goes deep. Cheatham comes back to the ball. Oh, in and out of his hands. The ball had just a little bit of a wobble on it, which it usually does not when Bodie throws it. Had a little bit of a wobble on it, so it was underthrown. The defender actually had a better angle on it than Judd did, but he didn't come back to the ball. So Judd was able to come back to a little bit, but there was a lot of traffic back there, which would have made it really hard to haul in.
For just a brief moment, Judd had to put the defender between him and the
Yes.
ball, and I think he had to readjust when he finally got sight of it again.
Right. So 2nd and 10 for the Trojans, and Boyston brings the offense to the line. Mendoza in here in the slot. Snap to Boyston, again looking to pass, steps up into the pocket, is forced to roll out, still looking to throw, buys time, sidearm delivery, that goes to Cheatham right in the middle of the field, and he's headed right down the middle of the field, and he's gone. That's going to be a touchdown, OBA. That's one of the things Bodie Boyston's just really good at. There's a reason that he's already gotten scholarship offers and he's being looked at by other colleges, because there's a reason for that, and one of those is his ability to extend the play. He climbs what they call climbs the ladder into the pocket. Nothing's there, so he rolls out, buying yet more time, rolls parallel to the line of scrimmage, and then delivers a strike to Judd Cheatham in the middle of the field.
Away from his body.
Away from his body, rolling to his left, throwing to his right. That's really hard to do.
I think his lateral movement in the pocket to scramble is getting better as the year goes on.
Absolutely. So the extra point from Nunez is good. Again, he kicked it a really long way, and no commentary on the field here at Kremlin. It's just a fact. There's nothing around the field on two sides of the field. So if you're looking out the south end zone, there's nothing back there but open field.
Yeah.
And there's nothing directly behind us here on the east sideline. I think Harry kicked that out into the darkness. Somebody's going to have to go out there and find that thing, because I don't think it stayed where the lights are covering the ground. So hopefully our OBA ball boy staff is good at what they do.
Maybe the people in the end zone seat threw the ball out of the stadium.
Yeah, maybe so. But that was yet another nice kick from Harry Nunez. So the special teams come onto the field. like we stated earlier, a lot of younger players getting the opportunity here. Andrew Campbell's going to be kicking again for OBA. Last time it was a pooch kick. Whole lot of subs in there. Actually, I think the whole special teams here is players who aren't normally in here in the first half.
I do believe you are correct.
All those guys we listed earlier are in there. Both the Campbells, Thomas and Andrew, Liam, Ian, all the younger guys who need this valuable varsity experience. So this is a great opportunity for OBA to build for the future by getting these guys out on the field. Lucas Olson, number 20, right there by the ball.
Deeper kick
there from Campbell, and the ball hits the ground. Is finally scooped up, brought here to the near side. Liam Berry gets a hold of the runner, holds him up until the rest of the troops can arrive. And Snodgrass with the return there for the Broncos.
Ends up getting forced out of bounds. I could not tell who, though.
Yeah. The first Trojan there was Liam Berry, and then he was kind of swallowed up by the crowd. And so Trojan coaching staff sticking with kind of the second unit defenders with the exception of just a couple of spots. So we've got Jackson Crow and Holden Caldwell are starters who are in there, and then Corbin Burrell. Harry Nunez is in there. Doesn't normally start at the safety position. He normally starts at the corner, so a different position, but maybe a little more experience, a little more composure. The snap is fumbled, and so the quarterback immediately just dives on it. So that's going to be 2nd and 11. I imagine as these guys get in there more and more, they'll gain some confidence, and some of those mistakes we saw on that first drive a moment ago, that scoring drive for Kremlin, will be decreased as the game goes on. 2 receivers wide to the far side of the field, 1 running back behind the quarterback. Ezra Reese on the near end, Corbin Burrell on the far defensive end position. It's going to be a rollout. The ball was on the ground, but it bounced right up to him. Corbin Burrell into the backfield, yet another stop in the backfield. Tackle for loss stats are going up really fast tonight here for Corbin Burrell.
We have Lucas Olson coming in for Thomas Campbell. Holden Caldwell and Harry Nunez are still in there as starters. I don't know, did you already say that, Coach? Oh, okay.
And really, Corbin Burrell doesn't usually start, but he always gets significant minutes, so I would count him among those as well. Especially the way he's playing tonight.
Yeah, he's a great 9th man.
Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be a pass play. Tackle for loss there. Can't see a number. Corbin Burrell again. Corbin is everywhere tonight. Corbin Burrell gets around the end. Quarterback sack for number 9.
He's doing so well, he's going to get himself pulled again.
Yeah, do we have something where we can just record that, and every play I can just push a button, and Corbin Burrell for the tackle can be repeated for you guys listening at home. What a great first half for number 9.
McGuire Arnold in for him.
So we're going to have a timeout here from Kremlin, here on special teams. They're kicking from deep in their own territory. 2nd and probably, I don't know, 22 it looks like. It's over 20. So 2nd and 22, 9:15 to go here in the first half. The Trojans lead 30-6, 24-point advantage.
Yeah, their scoreboard says 2nd and 17, but it's definitely more than 20.
I think is it not 3rd down, because they had the fumbled snap on 1st down.
Okay, then
and they had a running play to the far side of the field on 2nd down.
I can't see the down marker from here.
Yeah. Other scores in our district, Ringwood is leading Garver 16-12 still in the first half. Pond Creek and Cherokee going head-to-head. Pond Creek's leading right now 14-8. So great night for some Class B football going on all around the state of Oklahoma. So snap.
On the punt.
They actually punt it away. This one takes a Trojan bounce, and Kremlin can't get to it to stop it from rolling backwards. And so once again, the Trojans are going to take over with great field position at the, looks like about the 27 or 28 yard line. Stellar field position for the Trojans, and we've got a lot of new numbers out there on offense now too. Liam Berry's going to take over at quarterback. Have some senior leaders in there, but not at their normal position. Holden Caldwell usually plays on the line. He's in the slot position now. Hand off to Caleb Mendoza. Caldwell with the spring block. Caleb cuts upfield, so it's going to be a positive yardage play, maybe 5-yard gain for Mendoza.
New quarterback, Liam Berry.
I would imagine here in his first minutes as a varsity quarterback, we're going to see Liam hand off a lot before Coach Kayout lets him put the ball in the air.
Second, about 4.
I would imagine, but that's why Chris Kayout has state championship rings in football, and I don't. I'm not a football coach, so who knows what's going to happen here. Berry under center. Keeps it himself, rolls to the right. About a 2-yard gain probably. And I'm basing that solely on how many steps I saw him take, because I can't see the field markings at all from here.
First down, first down for the Trojans.
So it's going to be a first down. First down OBA.
We're inside the 20. We're definitely red zone
Looks
here.
like the first down marker's at about the 5, maybe. Berry hands off. Coming around the near side is Caleb Mendoza. Getting to the edge. Touchdown! Caleb Mendoza, OBA Trojans on the board again. Nice run. First action Caleb's had really carrying the ball. All his action is with the ball has been in the receiving department. But he's getting some rushes here tonight. So a nice touchdown there for Caleb Mendoza. And really some patient running too. He gets the handoff, kind of picks his way forward, and waits for the hole to open up, and then he just kind of explodes up the sideline and scores. So nice run there for a guy who hasn't played running back. So really impressive there for Caleb. Now the Trojans are lined up to go for 2. Liam Berry at quarterback. 36-6 is your score. Berry hands off to Holden Caldwell.
Point after attempt is no good.
2-point conversion is no good. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that that's Holden Caldwell. Oh, that's not even Holden. That's Lucas Olson. I thought it was 80. It's 20. It's Lucas Olson with the carry for the 2-point conversion. He is stopped just shy of the goal line, so no 2 points for the Trojans. 36-6 is your score. 7:55 to go here in the first half. 30-point lead for the Trojans. $15 points to get to that 45-point mercy rule. So the special teams take the field. Again, it's mostly the second unit group. And if it's not a second string player, it's a starting player who is playing at a different position. So a lot of shuffling around here from Coach Kayout and his staff. While the Trojans their roster's not filled with seniors, there's only 4 of them. They're 4 really key seniors, Bodie Boyston, Jake Colby, Holden Caldwell, and Harry Nunez. And those guys are a huge portion of what the Trojans do. And so this experience is pretty valuable when the Trojans think about next season. So Snodgrass fields the kickoff, heads to the far side of the field. Several Trojans in there. McGuire Arnold again in there again, kind of a special team specialist for the Trojans. I'm old enough that when I think of special team specialist, I think of Billy Bates from the Dallas Cowboys.
Betcha.
That's all he ever did was special teams, but he made a career out of it. And tonight, that's McGuire Arnold. Block punt, 2 special teams tackles, and so McGuire Arnold is our Billy Bates. I'm sorry if you're too young to get that reference, but hopefully there's some folks out there listening and watching that.
I'm showing my age because
you're all over.
I remember those days.
So here come the Broncos. Handoff up the middle. Stop for no gain. Corbin Burrell, Thomas Campbell in there. for the Trojans. Snodgrass carrying the vast majority of the load here for the Kremlin Hillsdale Broncos. Number 2 doing a lot of the work. A lot of respect for that young man and what a load he has to carry for this team.
And with all those bigger kids wearing street clothes with their jerseys on the sidelines,
he's still out there grinding.
He's taking a beating.
Hand off to the far side of the field. It's going to be a positive yardage play. Andrew Campbell there with the tackle / force out of bounds. It kind of went down as they fell out of bounds, so we're going to call that a tackle and not a forced out of bounds. Andrew Campbell with the stop as Ezra Reese subs in there for Corbin Burrell here on 3rd down. So 3rd and about 8 for the Bronx. One receiver wide to the far side of the field. Tight end and slot receiver on the near side. They are going to put the ball in the air here. Looking to the near side. Liam Berry's all over it, though. He's going to bring him down for a 2-yard gain, maybe. Snodgrass on the reception, so he runs, he catches. He's doing it all for Kremlin. Liam Berry was there in pursuit. So it's going to be 4th down. And the Trojans take a timeout. 4th and 7 for Kremlin Hillsdale.
I think we're having the wind pick up just slightly.
Yeah, I'm starting to...
Still not unbearable.
I'm really trying to figure out which direction it's coming from, and I can kind of filter my microphone so our folks at home don't have to hear that wind noise, but I'm unsuccessful so far. Sorry about that, folks. So the Trojans take a timeout. I'm going to assume Coach Kayot's wanting to stop the clock a little bit and maybe try and get to that 45 and finish this thing at halftime. Looks like on 4th down, Kremlin is talking it over whether or not they're going to punt it or not. But 4th and 6, other than the one touchdown play, they don't have a play from scrimmage that nets more than 6 yards. I'm positive of that. All of their positive yardage plays, if you eliminate the touchdown play, all of their positive yardage plays are only 2 or 3 yards each. So Harry Nunez deep, and actually it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. So Trojan defense going to try and stiffen up, and immediately the snap hit the ground, and the quarterback went down to get it, and his knee hit the ground as he was picking it up. So 1st down Trojans deep in Kremlin territory.
From the Bronx 29-ish.
Yeah, it's inside the 30. Looks like the Bronco coaching staff is like, we might as well go for it here because we have nothing to lose at this point. Bodie Boyston back in there at quarterback. We got Judd Cheatham wide to the right. Little stoppage of play for the chain gang here. Ian Easton in the slot here on the near side of the field. Jake Colby is your tight end. Boyston takes the snap, looks left, immediately fires left. Pass is completed to Nunez. Going to be positive for right at 10 yards. If it's not a 1st down, it's close. It'll be 2nd and 1. Just a quick little timing route there to Harry Nunez. Just probably supposed to be a 10 and out, and Harry just ran it at 9, which is still a great positive yardage play. Slant route there to Cheatham. Looks like Coach Kayot's trying some new things here. We don't really see a lot of, I guess, what would be termed West Coast offense from OBA, timing patterns to the outside, a quick slant route. We haven't shown that a lot this year, so maybe Coach Kayot trying to experiment with some new things in the playbook. So false start from OBA, so that'll push them back 5 yards. Still be 2nd and 8 now. I'm wanting to hurry home and watch the World Series, but I'm not disappointed at all that they're announcing the scores here over the PA system at Kremlin. So
I will
Boyston,
say, Coach, what a live stream broadcast that we're providing the viewers tonight when we can even give World Series updates.
that's right. Yeah, we're in tune with the world. Pass to Cheatham in the slot. He now cuts all the way across the field, still going. That's going to be a first down Trojans. So he received the pass outside the hash mark on the far side of the field. Makes a man miss, carries it across all the way across the middle of the field to the near side, almost to the sideline. So he's brought down at about the 12. First down OBA. So Boyston's still in there at quarterback, takes the snap, overlooking the field. He finds tight end Colby. He just kind of chip blocks and then stands up and heads outside. Bodie just lobs it out there, and Jake Colby strolls into the end zone. Touchdown OBA. Your score is 42-6 with 5:28 to go here in the first half. It looks like the Trojans are going to line up and go for two here. Yeah, Cheatham's not holding this time. Ian Easton in the backfield, Boyston under center. The Trojans have a deep well of plays they run on two-point conversions. Hand off to Easton, grinding his legs, and he's in. Two-point conversion is good. 44-6 is now your score.
And we just created a situation to where the next score could end it.
It could, yeah.
That was that 2-point conversion's purpose.
Right. All right, so we've got a stoppage in play here, so we're going to take a quick break here at obatrojans.tv. We'll be right back.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certifications. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Now is the time to protect your...
Trojans kick it off.
Andrew Campbell with the kickoff.
Taken by Snodgrass.
Snodgrass with the reception yet again in the special teams. He kind of gets to the edge a little bit, so positive yardage there for the Bronx special teams. So the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx offense back out onto the field. And really for the most part, at least this evening, their offense has been centered around number 2, Snodgrass. Zach Snodgrass is the main weapon we're seeing from the Bronx, and he's a senior. The other senior, Maddox Myers, number 10, is the other option. He's in there at quarterback most of the time.
Off the 33-yard line, first and 10 Bronx.
First and 10 at the 33. Hand off to Snodgrass again, coming around trying to get the edge. Liam Berry holds the edge really well, sheds his block, brings him down.
Snodgrass carry, pick up 2, bring up second and 8.
Ian Burnett was also in there. Got a sub coming in.
Ethan Ash in for Andrew Campbell.
Ethan Ash going to be on the corner here on the near side. Liam Berry will be moving over to the far side of the field. So a handoff. Ezra Reese into the backfield almost immediately. Ezra Reese with the tackle.
Ezra Reese loss on the play, bring up a third and about 12.
So 3rd and 12.
Thomas Campbell coming in for Lucas Olson.
That was Chase Pirtle on the carry. Ezra Reese making a great read defensively. Nice swim move on the guy that's trying to block him. Just gets right around him. Brings the running back down in the backfield. Tackle for loss for number 22. So 3rd and 12 for the Bronx. Running play up the middle, stopped for no gain, perhaps even a loss. McGuire Arnold was in there, Thomas Campbell was in there, Ian Burnett was in there, so several Trojans in there on the play. OBA is going to take a timeout and kill that clock with 3:41 to go in the half. So Coach Kayot obviously in going for 2 on that last possession and having the starters back in there on that last possession. Coach Kayot doing some clock management, and this is an opportunity to work on clock management. If you're in a game, say in the playoffs, the team needs to know how to substitute in quickly. They need to know how to run plays in quickly. And so it's a good scenario where you can practice end-of-game situations. 3:41 to go, and work hard to get to the 45-point mercy rule before halftime. But there could come a time when there's 3:41 to go, and they have to work hard to score to take the lead back, or some situation like that. So good opportunity for the coaching staff to work on specific scenarios. So 4th and 12. Looks like Kremlin's going to go for it.
Hopefully we get the ball back with phenomenal field position here.
They're going to try and throw a pass. Our quarterback scramble forced. Pass intended for Snodgrass. Liam Berry's right there with him, but the ball short hops Snodgrass. It hits the ground before it gets to the receiver. Immediately understand why we haven't seen the passing game from Kremlin Hillsdale very much. So 3:35 to go. Trojan offense back on the field.
Ball spotted maybe 27-yard line or so.
Sounds good to me.
Hopefully it's not going to matter.
Right. Liam Berry back in there at quarterback. Got Andrew Campbell wide to the right, Holden Caldwell at the running back position. Campbell comes in motion, hand off to Andrew. He's trying to get around the near end. It's going to be positive yardage, gain of about 8 or 9 as he's slung down after about an 8-yard gain. As the clock continues to roll, so he went down before he went out of bounds. 3:20 to go in the half. Ian Easton back in there. Corbin Burrell at the tight end. Easton in the slot. Liam Berry at quarterback. Easton in motion. Hand off to Ian Easton from Berry. Easton scrambles, cuts up inside, tries to get outside, just loses his footing a little bit. Kind of keeps his legs moving, but lost his footing. And it was enough for the Bronx defender to catch up with him and bring him down.
I lost sight of Ian when he went on the other side of Oba's helmet.
Right. Shiny new helmet for Oba the Trojan, if you can see that in the foreground.
I don't believe we can.
Okay. Oba the Trojan got a new head this year, new helmet, so the cheer squad and are thankful for that. Keeper from Liam Berry. He's coming around the near edge. He's trying for the end zone. Dives.
Not quite.
Stopped at the 1-yard line. Did not quite get the marker before hitting the ground. Nice effort there from Liam Berry trying to get his first varsity touchdown. The freshman, Liam Berry. At the beginning of that play, it might look like it was a broken play. It looked like Liam was looking for somebody to hand the ball off to and then just kept it. It might have been a designed like play action situation.
Liam was definitely determined to get the first one in the books.
Yeah.
He wanted it.
1st and goal at the 1.5 maybe yard line. Not quite the 2. It doesn't look like it's that far out, but folks at home, I'm sorry I have no view at all of the play. I've got nothing but the backs of coaches. Touchdown OBA.
So this 2-point conversion is really big right now.
And really a extra point would do it.
They are lining Nunez up. Boydston snapping, Cheatham holding, Nunez kicking, so this might do it.
There's the snap, kicks up, and it is good, making it 51-6. The Trojans up by 45 with 2:23 to go here in the first half. So efficient use of the clock here by OBA, both offensively and defensively. I won't put any words into the coaching staff's mouth, but I'm pretty confident that they were counting on it being a shutout this evening, and so they'll have some stuff they want, have some choice words they want to give the defensive unit, and some motivating tactics this week in practice because of that 6 points. And so, but as we stated earlier, it's an opportunity for growth, opportunity for learning, and it gives OBA an opportunity to work on clock management here late in the first half. So Andrew Campbell set to kick off.
51-6 is not a score you see in football very often.
Not really, no. Just the number 51 messes everything up. It just looks awkward. So Campbell to kick off. Received by the Bronx, headed to the far side of the field. And he's forced out of bounds. McGuire Arnold's over there, along with Ezra Reese, and so we got 9 Trojans. There we go. We had 9 Trojans on the field there.
No pressure for the second string D right here.
I was just going to say, just a couple of seniors out there. Holden Caldwell, Harry Nunez out there, but not playing their normal positions that they start in. Nunez at safety when he normally plays corner. They're going to look to pass here, and they're looking over the top, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage there.
Right through the hands.
Andrew Campbell there. Holden Caldwell in coverage, Harry Nunez in coverage. So having a couple of seniors out there with a lot of these younger players, providing some leadership. Ian Burnett, Thomas Campbell in there on the defensive line, providing pressure. Lucas Olson at defensive end with McGuire Arnold on the other end of the line. So love the tactics from Coach Kayott, having a couple of seniors out there just to kind of calm the waters a little bit with these younger guys who I'm sure their adrenaline's just pumping like crazy. Snap, roll out to the near side. The ball's on the ground in the backfield. Broken play. It's Snodgrass just looking for anywhere to go. Just look. You could almost see the somebody help me look on his face, get me out of this mess. The pitch was behind him as he was rolling out to the near sideline. It's on the ground. He's got to get it or it's going to get scooped up and scored by the Trojans.
We crossed into the 2-minute warning with a minute 45 now left in this first half.
So that's going to be another big negative yardage play for Kremlin. It's going to be third and I'm going to say 22, 23. First down is out near the 40-yard line. So they're going to pass, throw it deep. Campbell's there in coverage. I thought that was going to be an interception there for a second. He's out there in coverage of Snodgrass.
I think he thought so too for a little bit. He had his arms out ready to get under it, but couldn't quite get there.
For those of you watching at home, you might notice when you see the scoreboard the clock is running. I think there was an agreement made before we started. The OBA coaching staff gave the okay for a running clock once, or that might be a rule, I'm not even sure, but a running clock after a 45-point lead is achieved in the first half. So there's the punt. Trojans are just going to let that stop where it stops, and I would imagine we're going to see a couple of kneel downs, and that's going to be it.
And the ball is down at the 38-yard line.
So the clock will stop on a change of possession. We're going to see a kneel down play probably.
Remind you that at halftime we're going to
the starters are out there, so we might see another deep throw from Boydston. Just why not?
I want to see another one of those to Mendoza.
They might work on the Mendoza post pattern again. Looks like the victory formation.
Like victory.
I'm guessing the younger guys just haven't worked on this situation, and so that's why the starters are back out there. So Boydston in there at quarterback, victory formation, takes the snap, takes a knee, and that's going to be it. It's going to be a 45-point lead. The clock will run down to 0 here, but it'll be halftime, and with the 45-point mercy rule, you play at least until halftime before it's over. So both teams are just kind of wandering around.
They're lining up on the 50 to shake hands, so 10 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of respect for those young men from Kremlin, Hillsdale. The Bronx showed up tonight with a very diminished roster. I've heard rumor that, I cannot confirm or deny the rumor, that they had to recruit a kid out of the hallways this week who hadn't played all season, even to have a sub or two on the bench. So they've been obviously decimated by injuries. We see all the guys walking across the field there in blue jeans and jerseys and sweats and jerseys. So a lot of respect for those young men from Kremlin who got out there and fought for it and actually got on the scoreboard there.
Not easy to not just take the field, but
right.
to put out the effort and put up a fight.
Right.
When you're in that situation.
A lot of respect for those young men to be put in this situation and put forth that effort. Really class act there from the Bronx. So good job, and not show any sign of being intimidated or scared that the #1 team in the state's rolling over here to play you in the situation that you're in. So that'll be it. Next week, Commitment Field on Friday night at 7 p.m. Your OBA Trojans take on the Pond Creek Hunter Panthers on senior night. Final home game of the season, final regular season game of the season. And then after that, we'll have to wait and see how things hash out in all the other districts and who our playoff matchups going to be. There's a lot of, it's probably going to be this team or probably going to be that team, but there's nothing guaranteed just yet. So tune in next week. If you're not able to come out to Commitment Field, we'll be on the air again next week at obatrojans.tv. Have a good night.